locating this rifle appropriately. I'm kind of like over the top of the rifle, but at least my barrel is pointed in that right direction. All right, so in this video, we're comparing the MDT XRS chassis with the CADEX STRIKE NUKE chassis. Starting with the MDT XRS, we'll talk price point first. The bare bones basic version of this does not come with this enclosed forend, and you can get this for about $560.
Yeah, I think Molly just bought one, so.
Yep, 560 bucks. Got a good feel to it. Just assume that this isn't even on here. Yeah, just like that. Next up, the CADEX STRIKE NUKE. How much does this cost?
About the same, I think, somewhere between $5, $50, $6, somewhere around there.
Okay, yep. Exactly what you see here is exactly what you get with the CADEX STRIKE NUKE. So let's start from the back on both of these guns,
all right,
and then work our way forward. So tell us about the rear here. What do you have for adjustments?
You know, adjustable cheek weld. You can put in your spacers here for whatever you want there. One thing I do not like about this gun is you need to remove this to clean.
Oh, okay, yep. You have to remove this. You can't just bring it down low enough?
You can bring it down, but it's still, you know, you still can't get a straight push down there.
I see what you're saying.
That's why that screw has been lost from me taking it on and off.
Oh.
And then I learned there's an easier way to do it, so you just unscrew this.
It doesn't... It goes down low enough, doesn't it?
No, not enough for a straight shot.
Oh, I guess you're right. Yeah, just barely not enough, but yeah, not enough. Oh, it's spring-loaded.
Yeah.
Oh, that's kind of neat. I don't know if I like that. No. I think that's kind of a cool feature. I learned something about this.
Yeah.
Spring-loaded. What about the buttstock? What do you like about that? The butt pad, recoil pad. Pretty basic?
Pretty basic.
Yeah. Is there any
Yes.
length of pull adjustment you can make?
You do get, you can stack spacers in there.
Okay.
The thing I do like about this gun is the grip. It is just super ergonomic, super comfy.
Yeah, I remember when you first got it. It just, yeah, it just kind of the way
the angling, the size, everything about it. Just, I don't think there's really much room for any improvement there.
Yep, the way the palm kind of fits and molds to it. It is pretty natural, I would say that. And then it looks like you have a little sling mount, like a QD sling mount back here.
Yeah, I believe so.
Yeah. Okay. So that's the back of the gun. Now at the rear of my MDT XRS, you'll see. I'll just bring you over here. You have two little adjustment screws, and that brings this up and down as needed. I have like two little silver marks. That's where I like the height anyways, or I used to before I changed scopes and mount setups and stuff. One thing about this, Shane, is that I don't have to remove this in order to clean my gun, or at least it's never even occurred to me that I would have to take that off.
It's easier to remove than mine anyway.
Yeah. Okay. Then as far as the recoil pad that you have back here, you know, it's a good soft rubber, and then you do have various spacers that come with it to adjust length of pull, and it's got a little QD sling mount here. As far as the grip goes, you get two different grips. You get an angled one that sort of aligns well with this kind of angle right here, and then you get this vertical up and down one. I like this vertical one. I will say, as far as the grip and the way the fit and finish of this, feel that.
Yeah, I mean,
I will say it's good, but it's not great. It's not as good as that feels. That feels like it molds, you know, really well to your hand. Moving on, as far as the rest of the chassis goes, in sort of this section, this is, for me, this section here is a separate piece than my front fore end section. So I can change, you know, these front ends to sort of like other accessory front ends. Like I have the enclosed fore end on this, which is like $180, and then I have the optional M-lock slots up here to put weights and other various accessories. But this on the MDT is one sort of piece in and of itself, and then you have the attached fore end. On the fore end of this gun, if this weight wasn't here, these weights take up 2 M-lock slots. If this weight wasn't here, you'd see 3 M-lock slots up front, as well as on the upgraded fore end, I have an ARCA rail that works well with the ARCA rail that's on the bottom is actually integrated to this front forward enclosed fore end that MDT sells. This does bolt together with, I believe it's 6 bolts. So, you know, I don't know, maybe I haven't seen any rigidity issues or anything, but yeah, with this enclosed fore end, that option that you get with the gun, and you get the ARCA as well as M-lock slots all along the bottom here, which I have the gray ops plate mounted to this part of the ARCA rail here, and then a bipod up front. So I think it's got plenty of space for accessories, things that you can add on to the gun right at that point. So, and that's pretty much, I think this is what I like the most about the XRS.
Yeah, you get a little more modularity.
I like this gray ops bottom plate here. It's nice and wide. I like the added weights right here too. Kind of keeps that gun, really stable on this bag. So yeah, overall, that's the XRS.
Well, this fore end explanation is going to be a lot quicker than yours. You have M-lock slots on the bottom and 2 up front, 1 on each side that you could do nothing with.
And that's it. I mean, this is all one piece, which maybe could be argued for more rigidity, even though I haven't seen any rigidity issues in the XRS, but that's it with the CADEX.
Yeah,
Strike
no,
Nuke.
I'm going to have to end up custom fabricating some front weights for the front of this.
Because you need 2 slots for
any weight.
For any weight, yeah.
And there is the M-lock down the bottom, but that's going to end up getting tied up by an ARCA rail, so there's no sense trying to mess around with that.
Yep.
And both chassis take AICS mags, so that's...
I think back when we were at your house, sort of comparing these two, these 2 chassis before, just in conversation, I think that was like just the big thing that, when you're looking at it online, it wasn't something I ever even considered or paid attention to. The XRS even has a fore end weight that's right here. Yeah. Like I have a weight that's the entire length of this fore end that slides in, then locks in to the bottom section of this upgraded enclosed fore end piece. Then I have 4 weights that's on this, and the gray ops plate. I mean, there's all kinds of...
I mean, we were looking at the weighted ARCA rail to go on bottom here. Which
you could do that, yep.
And that would also double as giving me a little bit further forward attachment point for the bipod, because I wouldn't mind having that 4 or 5 inches further ahead.
Absolutely.
And
who wouldn't want another 4 or 5 inches?
I know who would.
Yeah. So yeah, I mean, all of the ARCA stuff that's on the bottom of my gun, you can definitely put on your gun. Yeah. It's just the big thing is just these side weights.
They really slacked on the M-lock slots up front, because everything else about the chassis is great. I think it's super comfy. It's it's a big old hunk of aluminum with some composite around it, so it's definitely solid.
And then the only other thing you're giving up is just fore end weight. You don't have any place to put like weights in the fore end. Right. It's just whatever you can put on the ARCA rail. Then you could mount that gray ops plate to your ARCA rail, get a nice wide base. Yeah. Good for PRS.
Which is probably what's going to happen.
Absolutely. So, all right. That's like a quick down and dirty about these two rifle chassis. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. We'll take care and see you on the next one.